guys, and welcome to the first episode of my Daily Fuel YouTube channel. So a little bit about me. I was a PT for 9 years and then I studied a degree in nutritional medicine for 3 years and I started making food for my clients. I found they just got a lot better results when they were eating the right foods and sticking to the plan, and then I started making it for the other trainers' clients in the gym, and it kind of went from there. The thing with Daily Fuel is I started Daily Fuel to educate clients. It wasn't just, obviously it's great for convenience, but it wasn't just so that, you know, it's convenient and stuff like that, but I wanted to educate people in what their meals should look like, how much variety they should be getting and everything like that. So that's why I started this YouTube channel. So now I can bring to you some of the recipes that you can make at home, make them really easy and simple, and just give you guys a few tips along the way. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to want to eat food out of a packet every single day, no matter how interesting I can make it for you, even though I'd love you to. So I'm here to give you some guidelines and help you out in another way. So today we'll be making, I've made you 3 breakfast options. So I thought the best way to start this off would be to talk about success. So everyone wants to be successful, and the one thing successful people have in common is they're all early risers. So you've probably heard that, you know, the early bird catches the worm. And it's true. So everyone that's successful, the one thing they have in common, and we all have the complete opportunity to do it as well, is they get up early. They get up early, they start their day early, and they're fresh, they're ready to go. So guys, there's plenty of reasons to forget you have that snooze button on your phone and just get yourself up. On an iPhone, you can actually turn it off. I learned that. I was listening to a podcast the other day. It's Thrive by Brianna Harkness, and she actually told me that you can actually turn off the snooze on your phone, so you have no option to do that. So that was a great tip that I thought I'd share with you guys as well. Sorry, my baby is yelling at us. So I've been trying to get this YouTube channel out to you guys for so long, and you know, we all have that excuse, we just don't have time. You know what, some of us, we don't have time, but we just got to make time, and sometimes things aren't perfect. So I'm sorry you're going to hear her yelling in the background. I didn't want to keep starting and stopping, so we're just going to keep pushing through. So some of the reasons that we do want to get up early is you do have more energy. I know that you are going to feel tired at the start when you are getting up, because you're going to be staying up to midnight and then trying to get up early because you're trying to get in this new routine. But after a while, once you are getting up early, you're actually going to get tired earlier, which means you're going to go to bed earlier. So when you're waking up, you feel a bit more refreshed. Because I tell you now, if you're staying up to midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, your metabolism is not going to be working very well. Your body's going to be really stressed and tired, and getting up in the morning is always going to be a struggle for you. And you're always going to feel sluggish and tired, and you're going to be on that race to work. So the best thing to do is start going to bed early. It's going to probably be hard to fall asleep at the start, but you will get used to it. And then once you're starting to wake up early all the time, you're going to fall asleep earlier. So then it becomes not so much of a struggle to wake up. You're actually more productive in the morning. Usually it's because you have had a sleep. You haven't had a million emails and a million phone calls and running around to meetings. So you've had a restful sleep. Even if it wasn't a great sleep, you're still not going to have all the 100 things going on. And so you're going to be heaps more productive as your head is clearer. You're also going to... also you'll find that you won't be rushing to work. So another thing that kind of starts our day off so stressful is, you know, you snooze your alarm 4 times, then you wake up late, or even 10 minutes to spare, and you're jumping in the shower, you're not grabbing breakfast, you're getting that coffee, getting on the bus and going to work as fast as you can. So you've already started your day off in a rush and a stress, and that is not going to be a great start to your day. You're going to go into work already stressed and then having a million things on your plate to do on top of that. So I'm here today, I'm going to show you a few easy recipes for you to make breakfast. So you can make them maybe on a Sunday or even the night before, whatever's easiest for you. And that's just going to give you heaps more time in the morning. You're going to be able to get up a little bit earlier, have your breakfast before you're off to work, and then head off, grab your coffee and get into work. And you're going to find that you've accomplished so much more already in your morning just by getting up. You know, maybe I might only be an extra half an hour earlier, but you will find that, you know, you've probably done a lot more that morning. You might have put on a load of washing, or you might have gone to the gym. So if you're going to the gym in the morning, there's lots of benefits around that as well. So, hey. Sorry guys, it's so annoying. So the benefits around training in the morning is, one, we all know that it's going to boost our metabolism. For guys, our testosterone levels are actually heaps higher in the morning. So building muscle is going to be heaps better. You're going to build more muscle if you are training in the morning, because at the end of the day, your testosterone levels have dropped off. you know, you've had a long day, you've been working, you've been stressed, everything like that. So they're higher in the morning. So it's great if you're trying to build muscle, even if you're a girl and you're training to build a bit of booty or something. Training in the morning is also going to be more beneficial for you. And even though you do feel tired going to the gym in the morning, you're actually probably going to feel better, because every time you've worked out, I'm sure you've all done the morning workout, you've gone, oh, I can't wait to, you know, get back home and go to bed or something like that. But you actually feel refreshed. And by the time you get to work, you know, you've had breakfast, you've had a workout, you've accomplished like 3 things that morning already, and you get into work fresh. And then when you go home that night, you actually have nothing to do. You can, you know, have dinner with your family or your partner, or just potter around the house, because you actually have no more responsibilities you're going to have to do that night, as you've done the gym and everything like that. So guys, you've all probably heard that, you know, breakfast is the best meal of the day, and it actually is. So having breakfast sets up the whole tone of your day. If you have a good breakfast, you're going to feel good all day. I know so many people say, oh, I can't eat breakfast, I'm not hungry at that time. I guarantee you, if you have a breakfast for a week or even 2 weeks straight without skipping one, the next time that you forget to have breakfast, you'll actually be so hungry. I wake up hungry. I've always had breakfast ever since I was a teenager. I'd have breakfast every morning. I'd never skip it, even if it wasn't as healthier options back then. I'd never skip breakfast, and if I skip breakfast, I'm so hungry. I even get hungry waiting for people to go to breakfast. Like, I have to go as soon as I wake up. But breakfast is great because it does promote weight loss, it maintains your blood glucose levels, and it really does boost your metabolism. So you're going to get your metabolism firing and get started for the day. So the breakfast that I've made for you guys today are really, really simple. There's a few different ways you can make them. I just thought I'd make the most simplest way today. So the first one I made for you guys are muffins. So these are actually egg muffins. So they got 2 to 3 eggs in them, and they're full of veggies. So if you like, you know, everyone's plan's different. I just put green veg in them because that's what I had today. But you could put bacon, you can put ham, you can put smoked salmon. There's a whole range of things that you can put in there. So today I'll be showing you how to make those muffins. They're super quick. You literally throw eggs and anything you want into a bowl. You mix it up and you put it in the muffin tray and put it in the oven. You can like, your kids can do that. It's the most easiest thing in the world. And then it will make you 12 muffins. You can take 2 for breakfast, like on the way, or you can sit. You would actually be able to have time to sit down and eat these in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and head off to work because they're already been made. The second thing is for the people that have a bit of a sweet tooth. I would recommend this more after you've had a training session, and then on your way, that would be better, as it's high in sugar, even though it's all good sugars, with dates and maple syrup and stuff like that. At the end of the day, sugar is sugar, so it's best to have it after your training session, and I wouldn't have it every day. But this is great for the ultra busy person that literally just wants to eat a muesli bar and go. This is your most healthiest option of a muesli bar. And it's full of oats too, so it's going to keep you nice and full. So they're yummy. And then the other option is oats that I made overnight. So this is so simple to make. I literally put oats in there, and I use coconut milk because that's what I had in my fridge, but you can use any nut milk or any milk that you actually enjoy at all. You can even use water, but it's much tastier with a nice milk. I just put oats and I put the milk in there, and I put it in the fridge overnight. When I woke up this morning, all I did was because I had muesli in my cupboard, I put muesli and fruit, and that's it. So you can make that in a takeaway container, leave it overnight in the fridge and grab it on your way out. You can add fruits if you want, you can add yogurt, you can add anything you wanted to it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how that was made. Okay, so here guys, I've added some dates into a bowl. I've blended them in a food processor so they're nice and mushy, and I'm just adding 1 cup of oats. Then I'm just adding 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, a little bit more than 2 tablespoons, but that's all right. You can add as much as you like, as long as it's not too watery. And then I just putting a tablespoon of cinnamon and some vanilla essence as well. So, vanilla extract. So you always try and get an extract over an essence. Essence is artificially made, so an extract is going to be much more beneficial for you, and it tastes just as good, if not better. And then I also add some maple syrup to make it a bit sweeter, as the dates can be sweet, but this just makes it that little bit sweeter as well, to make it a bit more tasting like a treat. Otherwise it can be a little bit bitter. And then I just top it with some almonds. You can actually put any seeds you like. You could put, sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds, anything that you enjoy at all, and then you just mix it up. So I actually use my hands, I find it a bit easier, and then you can just combine it all together. Then I just ball it up and I pat it down onto a tray, so it's nice to be a bit thick. If it's too thin, you'll find that it goes really dry, so you just want to pat it down so it's nice and thick. Okay guys, for the omelette, I add a dozen eggs into a bowl, and I just whip it all together. And I dice up any veg I want to add, so I just had capsicum, zucchini and kale. That's just what I had in my fridge, but you could also put crispy bacon, ham, smoked salmon, or another thing you could do is like tomato and ricotta cheese, or any kind of cheese that you enjoy. So you can pop whatever you like just in the bowl. Once you get all the ingredients into your bowl, you just whip them up all together, mix it in. You can add milk if you want to stretch it out a bit further, to make it a bit more liquidy, but I enjoy just my eggs and my veggies, so I know exactly what I'm getting, and I just add some salt and pepper and sometimes some chili flakes if I want to spice it up just a little bit. Then once everything's mixed together, I just evenly spoon it out into each of the individual cup trays, and I use a non-stick one, so then I don't have to add any oils or anything so they don't stick. They'll slide out nice and easy after they're baked. So as soon as I've popped everything into each portion, I pop it into the oven for about 15 minutes on 150 degrees, and then, or sometimes it might take a little bit longer, a little bit less depending on your oven, so it's just good to check it. They will rise a little bit like muffins, and there you go, you got some breakfast muffins. So guys, these overnight oats are the easiest things to make. So I put in about 1 cup of oats, or fill it up to wherever you want, but if you need to measure it, it's about 1 cup. And then I use any milk that I like. So I'm using coconut milk today because that's what I had in the fridge. And then I fill it up till the oats are covered. And then I add in any flavours that I want. So depending on what flavouring you want, you can also add in a protein powder now if you wanted to make it a bit higher in protein. But I add in some vanilla extract and some cinnamon. And then I just stir it up. And that's it. Once it's all stirred up, you just put it in the fridge overnight, and it will be ready to go. So thank you so much for tuning into my first episode of the Daily Fuel YouTube channel. I know they might have been a bit nerve-wracking for my first time. It always is a bit nerve-wracking being in front of the camera, but I know I'm just going to get better and better with every episode, so please tune in next week. We will be touching on the 3 p.m. slump. So who of you feel 3 o'clock, you need coffee, and the amount of times I hear my mother say to me, I need sugar. I said, you don't need sugar. It's because you've been eating bad lunches, so your blood sugar levels have spiked and now dropped, and now you're needing something as a quick pick-me-up. So we'll be touching on how to maintain your blood sugar levels next week. I'll give you another few recipe options, maybe some lunches, so that you're going to be able to eat a good lunch that will keep your blood sugar levels maintained throughout the day. You're not going to have that slump in the afternoon, and you're going to feel energized for the rest of your day. So you can really come home and enjoy it, since it's now summertime and we've got a lot more daytime after work. This is the child that's been making all the noise through the episode, so she will probably be with me a lot. So yes, I am a mum. I'm a business owner. I run the meal prep company. I'm also a nutritionist that does consults. I do not personal train anymore because I already get up at 5 a.m. with her. I don't need to get up at 5 a.m. for clients anymore. But if you guys do need any tips on anything, I'm here to help. I've been a PT for 9 years. I've been in nutrition for a few years now as well. So I've also done a ton of fitness competitions, which I placed in really well. So I understand that there's lifestyle, there's diets for your lifestyle, there's diets that you want to fit all the time, and then there's also very strict diets, and I know what it's like to be on those strict diets, and I know what it's like to live, a healthy life. So I'm Lebanese, so we eat a lot of food. I'm always having dinner with our family and friends and stuff like that. And you want to be able to enjoy those. And I can also teach you guys how to fit cheat meals in, and fit that food in with your family, and how to make things that everyone can enjoy. You don't always have to be on those super strict diets. Sometimes being happy is really good for weight management as well. So yeah, I can help you guys out with a lot.